Hey everyone, Rebecca Bro here. I'm back with another video, you guys. I know it's been 2 months since I made a new video. I apologize because I've been focusing on my other channel. So yeah, we are talking about Stranger Things today, and I finished basically from season 1 to season 4. They do not have season 5 yet, so therefore I cannot watch it until September because they're going to be releasing it in September. And I'm very depressed, not only because, this is the last thing that we're getting for Stranger Things, but also there's been a lot going on my side, so that's another reason why that there probably won't be like a regular video for my main YouTube channel for a bit. But anyway, we are getting to the point where I want to talk about the series because I want to talk about it as a whole. I have nothing against season 1 because I love the writing in season 1, and no matter how many times I watch it, I still enjoy season 1. And a lot of like plot holes actually work with season 1 because that I see as an experimental part. But then they keep recurring the plot holes in the whole series. But in a way, so I've seen a lot of fan edits, like the POV edits that people do, and the writing for those made me so excited for the actual show itself. And then when I watched it, I'm like, well, it's not the same because I feel like they write it better than the actual writers. Fan writing can actually be better than the actual story itself, like the original. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, because I love the plot holes in season 1 because it fits the narrative of season 1. And I also like the fact that they don't fully show the monster of the season, right away about the Demogorgon, and then you get hit with it, like, probably when Will gets taken. So, like, it's not, like, right there, but like you probably like midpoint into the episode, not like the beginning, but probably like after the intro, I would say, or before the intro. But it depends on how they try to do the episodes because not all of them are the same. But again, there's not much for me to talk about season 1 because like season 1 to me is just really, really good writing. The only thing is that like the quality isn't compared as to the other seasons, especially like season 3 and 4. Like they went all out for those two, so therefore the quality like got better like every time. And then I have high hopes, all right? I have high hopes season 5 because I know for a fact it's gonna be so good. Whew, I'm just saying. But if they do not bring Eddie back, I'm gonna be so depressed. I'm gonna be so depressed. All right, so depressed. So for season 2, I have a lot to say about season 2. 1, I love season 2. That's probably the only thing I'm probably gonna say about this, or at least in this video. So for season 2, right, we get the Demodogs, we get the Mind Flayer for the first time, okay? And like, so we get to see the Mind Flayer for the first time. And then he possesses Will, not very quickly, which is what I like about season 2 because they elongate the story. Season 4 to me elongates the story, but not in the best way, in my opinion, but we're gonna get back to that when I get to it, okay? So season 2, because they don't really rush season 3, like that one was like perfectly done, despite me not liking that the majority of the season basically was stuck at the mall. But season 2 gives us a lot of colorful stuff. Like they changed it up since season 1. It's not only like one monster we have to worry about, it's like to me it's multiple because we get the Mind Flayer vines, but that's connected to the Mind Flayer. But like we also get the Demodogs, and season 4 did like season 2 better, honestly, with the multiple types of, monsters besides Vecna. I'm not really that scared of season 4, but I can see why people could be. But like I feel like my favorite season out of all of them would be season 4, and no, it is not just because of Eddie. He is one of my favorite parts because he's such a sweet cinnamon roll, even though he's not supposed to be a cinnamon roll, because normally I'll get back into that. I'm sorry for the side ranting. The one thing that I hate about season 2 that I want to make sure I get out in this video, all right, is the fact that Bob's death, that I'm still mad about, could have been prevented. I love Bob. He's like one of the best characters out of the whole series. He's also the most nerdiest out of the whole series. He's probably like the smartest character in the series. I don't care what you guys have to say. It is Bob. He's a smartest. He knew basic. He knew all about the technology and stuff like that. Maybe his social cues sucked, but that but I relate with that because I struggle because of my ADD, okay? And that's what you guys are seeing through all of this. And that's also why I love Robin. And I'll get into that when I talk about season 3. But season 2, the near to the end was when, so I've seen edits before I even got to season 2 about Bob's death. I thought he was looking at the monster who was about to attack him the whole time because of the way they edited the edit, all right? But no, the reason why he dies is because he looks at Joyce for like 2 seconds and then everything's in slow-mo. So I'm like, it's not worth the slow motion. I'm like, just do it in real time, please, because it makes more sense. Because if you do it in slow motion, my brain, considering I love Bob as a character so much, and I fell in love with his character through all of season 2, and I felt bad every single time that people would literally call him weird because like I was also kind of that kid during school, if that makes sense. And he relates to Will, and then I also relate to Will because like I've been bullied similarly to Will during my school days. The poor dude didn't deserve to die. And the reason why they set him up to die is because he forgot his gun. And I'm like, I understand that he probably thought that he didn't need it anymore, but I just think it's that part of the writing of season 2 is one of the things I don't like, besides the fact that he dies. But they set it up so that, he wouldn't be able to protect himself. But like, I hate it because he didn't deserve to die. And then again, it was all in slow motion. They had time, right? Joyce could have ran him, pushed the Demogorgon off, even if that risked her own life, instead of standing there and watching it happen. But also, I understand that, like, when something like that happens, you can go into shock and stuff like that. So, like, it's understandable, okay? It is understandable. But, like, and then Hopper had to shoot the other Demodogs to make sure that they didn't go after them, and Will, and Mike. The doctor stayed behind so that he could direct them if they needed to, because there's a couple times where, like, Bob could have died a lot faster if the Demogorgon was able to get to him earlier, but he was able to outsmart it. And again, considering they had to kill him off, I still hate it so much. But in a way, I mean, because they also wanted to set up the relationship between Hopper and Joyce later on. So that's another reason why they killed Bob off. But they could have just had, like, Bob and Joyce break up, too. Like, he didn't have to die. I don't care. He didn't have to die, but at least he had to die a hero, though. But the way he dies is so horrible because he gets eaten by more than one Demodog. And when I saw him die, I cried and got depressed for weeks after that. And then also during season 2, during season 2, we get the Polylog, which is the baby Demogorgon that Dustin kept. He didn't know what it was, but he kept it and thought it was a good idea through the whole season, almost the whole season. And the one thing that I hate about that is not the fact that he built up a relationship with a Demodog. That's not why I'm pissed. That's not why I'm mad, all right? That's not why I'm mad. I am mad at the fact that it ate his cat. Why the cat? But then I'm like, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. When I saw that scene, paused, turned it off, and I was bawling my eyes out. And then my mom was like, because I came back in from after, like, walking outside for a little bit, just listening to music because I needed that because of how badly it made me upset. So she was literally like, why are your eyes red? Have you been crying? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, why? Because I'm like, because the cat died. And she's like, what? And then I'm like, yeah, the cat died. And then she's like, what do you mean, what cat? Lucy Licorice? And I'm like, no, not our cat. Not our cat. The cat in the show. And she's like, oh, so you're crying about the character on TV. And I'm like, yes, but the poor thing died in a really, really bad way. And then Dustin is like, well, she's just out missing. She got out, I think. She got out, and then Justin's mom was like, are you sure she's not just in your room? And he had to make sure that he got his mom out before he buried the poor cat. And then at the end of the series, they never find a cat that's similar to Muse. They basically just get a new cat, a baby Siamese kitten, and she's cute too, but I'm like, the poor cat. Like, and the fact that his mom will probably never know hurts me. But then again, I was so happy when, like, you know, Dustin, like, hit the Demodog into his cellar and then tried to lock it in. Even though later on the Demogorgon gets out by tunneling a hole out. But yeah, and their cute little bonding relationship would have been cute if he didn't eat his cats. I was so pissed off watching that at the first. Like, now I think it is a little bit cute, but it's hard for me because I'm like, he ate his cat though. And then, like, Dustin is just chill about it because he's friends with a Demodog. And then the Demodog dies. Not because they killed him, but well, actually, technically they did, or at least Elle did, because all of them died actually as soon as Elle closed the gate in season 2. So, yeah, that sucks. Also, before I forget, the plot line for season 2, I didn't really need to talk about season 1, so if you've seen season 1, there's not much I want to talk to, but I might go back to it, but just hold your horses. So, also in season 2, the thing that I liked and my mom loved the most was that we got introduced to number 8, who is 11's sister. And but I just realized so that in season 4, I'll talk about that later before I get too sidetracked. So we meet 11's sister. She has the ability to make people see things that she wants and that she can control. And she can get into people's heads, which is interesting. So she can read your thoughts and make you see something pleasant, or you can see something horrible. And I love her character because there's one point that I did used to dress like her at one point, and except for the makeup, but yeah, and I got my hair red now. So when I got my hair dyed, it straight up looked purple. Partly it looked purple, considering like it's been a while since the last time I dyed my hair, so it makes sense. Anyway, so my mom loved her character and the relationship between her and 11. They almost murder a guy. 11 stops it in last minute because he has kids, and